Arise, minions, and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are back for another episode of Cyberpunk Phoenix, and we're not late, you are. So we'll jump right into things. If you guys like what we do here and you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is in our Patreon link down below. Also, while you're at it, join us over in the Discord, be a part of the community, be a part of the conversation, and as always, in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you will see the corruption bar. That bar serves two purposes. One is when that bar fills, Simon gets to do what the hell he wants to us. So far, it's been 50-50. And two, every single dollar that goes into that bar goes back to these wonderful faces you see here before you. That being said, I'll turn things over to Simon to take us back into Night City, where nothing bad can happen because we're only NPCs.
Yep.
Last week on Cyberpunk Phoenix, a massive viral disease struck Night City, killing all the population of NPCs, leaving only one single character. This is their story.
I thought you were serious, and I was so confused. I was like, what the hell happened at the end of the episode? I'm pretty sure we got a dope robot. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Especially since last week we didn't get to play.
That's true.
That was 2 weeks ago.
That was 2 weeks ago.
But yeah, hi everyone. I am Wandering DM. I'm going to be GMing this group of fine players. And to recap what happened at the during our last session, the group basically finally entered the Doc Savage clinic that was occupied by the Maelstrom gang. And through clever use of their abilities and their research, extensive research into the place, and also paying for a whip-wielding assassin, they cleared out the place and made their way inside, got all of the cyberware out, as well as a few softwares, a lot of information. Most of it will be used by the group. The physical loot, quote unquote, that was gotten was asked. Actually, Felicity asked you to sort it out, catalog it, and then clean it and bring it back to the Sisterhood, save for what belonged to Mr. Barker. When we left Night City 2 weeks ago, Ketch made a call to one of his contacts, talking about what happened here. And so did Proxy with some information that she left for one Lucius Rhine. Meanwhile, Jules discovered a briefcase.
Yep, technically, Proxy discovered it and gave it to
Proxy
me.
discovered it, yeah, and gave it to me.
Yeah,
My bad. Bearing the emblem of Biotechnica on it. And I do believe that's where we left off. We'll pick our game back later that night as the group actually reached their respective dwellings, unless y'all want to hang out together. I just wanted to see if any one of you had anything to do post heist.
Post haste. Sorry.
Yes, Proxy.
I have to go scrub some footage.
Yeah. That's going to be easy enough. Well, easy enough. For a hacker of your talent, not that much of a challenge. It's not you don't even need, you thought you would need to do a deep net run into Network 54. But it just so happens that they house all of their videos on the same garden space.
Oh.
So basically it's like putting everything on the same server.
Yep.
Once you access it, you can change it to what you want. My question for you then, Proxy. Yes, Proxy. What do you want to do with the footage?
Back it up. and hold on to it before I scrub it.
All
Like I want to keep the
original.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you make just a simple interface check for me?
Yes. Just 1d10, right?
1d10 plus 4.
Plus 4. I really need to make a macro for this. All right. That was 9.
So yeah, you definitely easily back up and then scrub it as best you can without making it appear that it was heavily doctored.
Right.
The original footage shows a group of edge runners going into the Giraffa building, and they are carrying a microwave size box. And you notice through the security cameras that the box is locked with a biometric scanner. So not just about anyone could have opened it. Like, it was intended for a specific recipient. They take the elevator up after waiting about 20 minutes in the lobby. And the next footage that you have is still from the reception area. The camera shakes. There's dust that comes in from outside. And then you have these people, not the whole group. In fact, when they entered, there were 5 of them. When they got out, there were 3 of them. One, the most recognizable person, is a heavily cybered up individual. Complete body sculpture to look basically like Splinter from the Ninja Turtles. Complete with fur and tail and everything. But that one did not make it out. Though, looking at what they, judging by what they look like, yeah, definitely they would be easily findable in Night City had you not scrubbed the feed clean. The others are, well, they look, one of them looks like a cop, and the others look like businessmen.
Okay.
So it feels like it has all the looks of a coup, or a well, not a coup in the sense that they're trying to overthrow like a political person, but like overthrow a business rival.
Interesting. Was there a casualties list from the explosion?
Only one person.
Who was it?
Their name was Mikhail Popov.
And who would he be to proxy? Would you know the name?
You would have heard of him a little bit. He was the chief finance officer of Giraffa.
Okay.
He made the rounds on the news from time to time as someone who was, representing his company, of course, willing to donate a lot to the reconstruction efforts.
Interesting. She'll probably make note of the name and actually do run some searches and see if she can actually access financial data, both personal and company, to see if there's been any recent deposits or withdrawals made that are like significant.
To your surprise, none.
No activity at all?
Not since he died.
What about before? Like, was there anything significant before?
Yes, there was a few large withdrawals. Personal, like they're not transfers, they're not bank transfers. He's not transferring it to someone else directly. He's not paying for goods or services. He just withdrew roughly about 15,000 euro bucks in the last month before he died, which, looking at the rest of his bank records, is slightly unusual. It it happens from time to time, like over the last, let's say, 2 years.
Okay.
But since this happened, a month before his death, that could be tied to something.
Yeah. Okay. She'll make a note of when the withdrawals were made and just kind of essentially keep a running list of dates and the amount, and maybe try to start looking up company information about that network as well.
You mean Network 54?
Yes.
So they are one of the two major TV network
Okay.
not just in Night City, but in the world.
Okay.
There's either WorldSat, Network 54, and I think the third one is not even a company that specializes in entertainment, but they do have some entertainment. Let me just check. Infocomp died. Nope. Oh, I think it's Ziggurat. Yes, Ziggurat is the other one. But Ziggurat is more is more interested in the net. Like if we had to have real world equivalent, Ziggurat is like the YouTube.
Got it.
Of media entertainment, or YouTube, Twitch, and all that.
Yeah,
Whereas Network 54 and WorldSat are basically the old, cable TV, network TV.
Are there known rivalries against the Network 54?
Against Network 54, no. WorldSat was in the news recently because they started tearing down old tenements. They made it appear like they were old tenements in like one of the worst part of the combat zone, while in fact they were displacing people that were sheltering there because they wanted to use a system of drones and antennas to film basically turn the lives of the impoverished in the combat zone into a reality show.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I think she's just going to keep digging a little bit more into this death and why he would be the one to be assassinated, kind of enemies and things like that. Maybe even try to see if any of the police are investigating.
There is an investigation that was launched. Of course, all of that info is very much secure.
Yes.
But from just the public sources, they are barely starting.
Okay. Would she be able to find out who the lead investigator is?
Yeah, let me grab his name. I know she's in here somewhere. No, that's not the right person. That's Gina. I swear I'll find her. At worst, I'll give you her name when we go on break.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, I have it. She's somewhere in all of my notes.
Okay, so I'll get that information eventually. It's not a big deal. I won't hold up the rest of the scene here. But yeah, my point being that Proxy, now that she's been asked to scrub something that led to essentially what was an assassination, even if it's not being called that necessarily, she wants to know why.
That makes a lot of sense.
Especially because it's in the networks, which is her area of interest right now, especially with all the other things going on. So she can't help it. Curious hacker is curious.
Anyone else has anything that they need to do immediately? Or are we okay to skip over to the next morning?
Magnus does give Proxy a call.
Ooh.
Hello. Go for Proxy. She's like typing. You can hear all sorts of stuff happening in the background.
Hey, how's it going? Everything all right? You were on fire earlier today.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good, actually.
I mean, well, yes, but also literally.
Literally. Oh, yeah, that happens from time to time. It's usually why I ask somebody to watch over me for a little bit. It was pretty cool, but there was like a lot going on. It was like a weird tentacle thing. You know, Lovecraft kind of gave me Cthulhu vibes. And then there was like a whole thing with a weird slaughterhouse kind of deal, but like cybernetic slaughterhouse. What would we call that? Well, I mean, other than the whole Ripper thing, I mean, there's got to be a clever cyberhouse. No, just see, that doesn't even sound nearly as horrifying.
Slaughternetic.
Closer. Yeah, it was definitely very gory. It was like intended to be like super scary. Super fun though, you know. And left a little virus behind. I mean, I left a gift behind, and it was super. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a great time. Yeah.
Proxy. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Sure.
Two things.
Yeah.
First one is I'm gonna be meeting with the Willow Sisterhood at some point soon to, you know, deal the goods and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Also possibly give Felicity a massage. But cool. I was wondering if you had any, like, have you worked with them before? Is there anything I should know? I'm going in blind here.
Yeah, just don't lie. Pretty much.
Okay. I usually don't.
Don't give them a reason to assassinate you. But like
I haven't
like
personally... serious about that? You know,
yeah, they're
they
super.
Say, don't do this or we'll assassinate you.
Yeah,
like,
no, definitely. I would say they keep their word when it comes to stuff like that. And I haven't personally actually worked directly with them, but I get their whole thing. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty smooth transaction, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously, you know.
That was you know, clutch, as these gang kids say.
They say that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pick that up. I'll add that to my language, you know, parameters. So okay, cool. So that's good. Are you okay? Because there was a whole drone thing that was on the roof when I
we're fine. And all it took was a flashlight, a slushy, and whatever Jewel did.
Catch kind of, never mind. He's not very good at like elaborating, but he's really he's very
he's a people person.
Yeah, people person. I agree. I agree.
Know?
Well, yeah, because you know he has to kind of get people together, so it kind of makes sense.
Okay, so just don't lie to them, and
do you want me to come with you? Would that like make you feel better?
Mean, I don't.
I'll come with you. It's fine.
Okay. I don't know when I'm supposed to meet him. She did give me her number.
I have her number.
The Willow Sisterhood's number to contact her specifically. But yeah.
Felicity sent me her info, so I can just let her know.
And yeah, since you kind of opened the deal, maybe you should be there for the distribution of the goods.
I was more like the fisherman with the fishing line, and the
now you've handed the fish to me. Or am I?
You're more like.
Let's not dive too deep into this.
That's so funny because you have a taco truck, so it's like the whole cook thing again.
I'm not killing her, am I?
No, but you're like delivering the. You know what I mean? Like, so I was product. Like, so Catch was like, "Here's the pond," and then I was like, "Here's."
That's a. You know, have you ever? You should write like poetry or something. That's really good. Yeah, Catch says, "Here's the pond, you fish, and then I cook it."
Yeah.
Does that mean that Jewel eats the fish?
Nope. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think that's it. I don't.
Anyway, I still had a second thing.
Okay.
So sure, let's. I mean, if we can arrange it, it might be nice to get all of us together to do the exchange, because I know she was kind of saying these comments to Catch, at least, saying that she was looking for a fixer who might be able to have connections and stuff, and so it seems like they kind of want to meet with all of us again. Okay. I don't know, that's the vibe that. Anyway, second thing, like I said, don't want to take too much of your time. Don't forget that you still have in your arm the tracking beacon from Ken Parker, which is off right now because you're alive and only works when it is not,
Yes, am alive.
And just,
Definitely.
you know,
She like
whatever
checks her
you're-
pulse. You can't see her check her pulse. She's like, yeah, I'm definitely still alive.
whatever you're gonna do with that thing, just remember that on the bad side of a situation, in regards to that device, you'll summon up an Arasaka repo agent with a shotgun. So be careful. All
That
right.
could be helpful though, but also
Mm,
not. But also
he knows who he's looking
insurance.
for, and you're very far from the appearance of the guy he's looking for. So
Yes, however, if we need like, well, anyway,
yeah,
I'll,
that was-
I'll do some stuff with that. That's a
Yeah,
good
just-
reminder there for me.
you're welcome. Yeah, it was kind of inconsequential. I kind of forgot it was there until you reminded me. So just repaying
Yeah.
the favor.
I appreciate that. There's a lot going on. I'm like all neck
Yeah.
deep in all sorts of stuff. There is so much corruption.
Welcome to Night City.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's true. I'm just,
Why do you think I have a cloaking taco truck?
I actually don't know, but I love that you have that because that is so innovative. So
Yeah.
like my whole cloaking thing really is just to never stay in the same place more than once, but you've got it down to like a whole more efficient thing.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah. I need to get me one of those. That'd be nice. I could
One
set
of
up
a
like a
kind.
whole mobile net running station, mobile net.
If you want to rent out some space, I could consider that.
Oh yeah. Okay. I might
Might be
consider
useful.
that. Yeah. I mean, do you have like enough room?
If there's a big, gang fight or something, I might need to, kick you out onto the street for a few minutes. But
Sure. Yeah. Kind of. Yeah.
you might
Okay.
have to, might get some bloodstained equipment. But otherwise, hey, fresh food. Didn't hear it from me.
Yeah.
But
No.
I
Totally.
do grow
Totally didn't.
some stuff. So.
That's really cool. Actually, I might just like hang out with you for a little bit though, because I do need to do a few things, and having a secure location right now would be super duper for that.
You in trouble?
No. Somebody's dead, and I'm trying to figure out why they were dead because I'm pretty sure they were assassinated.
Not someone we know.
No, just
Okay.
a financial level dude at Network 54.
All right.
big deal.
Well, just be careful. That's we already have Biotechnica kind of 1 degree of separation. Just be careful there.
Yeah, what's up with you and Jewel and that whole thing?
Long story short, they kind of have that weird respect that a company has when it's like you work on the street and you really are, part of an illegal functioning of society, and I'm the taco doc on the street, but I also do good work, and you can't deny when a
Is
guy
taco doc like an euphemism? What is that?
literally the only person that's ever called me that is Catch.
Oh,
It
okay.
literally started to be a thing maybe 5 days ago. So
Oh, okay. Because like
I
was
actually
is
really
that-
like it. It rhymes. I'm sorry.
Right.
I know you're busy with
No,
your net running stuff,
this
and
is fine.
time goes. So we'll meet in the future. I don't know what to do with Jewel, to be honest. I'm
Do you
glad
trust
that you
her?
find out. Yeah, no, I do. I
Really?
don't think she's not to be. Why wouldn't
I mean,
she's
corpo.
she's too nice to be deceptive.
Okay,
And
hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on
I
now.
mean, okay, not to say that there's
I've known
there's
a lot
deceptive,
of nice people.
I
in
know,
my
but
life.
she's like genuinely in a way that's sort of like aloof
You think she's like
to
naive?
the
Is
part.
that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think a little bit to the deeper manifestations of dark corporate environments.
I don't know. I think you underestimate her. If you're a corpo, you gotta have gonads. You know what I mean? Like you gotta really you gotta know how to twist your words and
I
the words of
guess-
others around you.
Yeah, I have. Maybe that's something we would see if we saw her in that environment, but all we ever do is drag her out onto the street and get her in trouble. So
Well, maybe we need to be in her world for a little bit.
yeah, that's what she's been wanting from me for.
Well,
long as I've known her.
maybe your way to get a little glimpse on the inside is to get to the inside
I don't know what I need from there though. I don't need anything.
to fix the fucking world.
But that
Listen, just hear me out on this, okay? Hear me out. I've been trying using information from the net and the darkness of the net, right? Like everything that people aren't supposed to see.
Yeah.
And if you're doing it from the other side, can you imagine what we could accomplish if we had all that extra information? I'm just
You sound
saying.
like a supervillain right now. Could you imagine
Villain?
what we could have
Villain? No. We need to take power
sorry, go ahead.
and redistribute it. That's all I'm saying. Let people decide.
Oh. So you're saying possibly the best way to get rid of Biotechnica breathing down my neck is to go on the inside and actually just do what they want, or at least seem like I'm doing what they want.
Play along for a little while, see what their real motivations are, and then make a decision.
Yeah, and then, surgically remove it from the inside.
Yep. I like that. Cauterize,
Yep.
Quick and painless. I actually have never been cauterized, so I don't know if that's accurate, but
painless does not belong in that sentence, bro.
Okay. Well, whatever is quick and painless by your standards.
Yeah. Death in some scenarios. All right. Well,
there's a lot of ways to die.
This is a very cathartic conversation. I'll be honest.
Oh, okay.
We should let me know if you want to, rent out some space. So, for the high price of $0 as long as I need something.
I would pay. Don't worry.
All right. But if you want to, give me cash, I'm not going to deny it, but okay.
All right, cool. Well, if you need me, let me know. When you guys have finished cataloging, do you need my help to catalog things, or are you good? Because I can help.
No, yeah, maybe we should.
Okay.
It's all.
I'm just gonna. Where are you? You tell me where you're at, and I'm gonna meet you.
I do want to sleep though. It's been
I know. Tomorrow, not now.
Or
are you gonna change your mind where you're gonna be later?
Well,
just message me in the morning.
Where is Biotechnica's headquarters again?
Biotechnica's headquarters are located near the University District.
Okay.
They are on the map. I should have them. I don't have them on my map, of course.
I see it though. So I say to Proxy, I'll be somewhat in the University District, something like that.
Okay. Well, I'll head over there in the morning. Are you like you're early riser, or more of like a gotta drag you out of bed kind of person?
More drag me out of bed.
All right, I'll let you have your beauty sleep then. I don't really sleep very much, so.
We'll and I'll try to. Do you want to call Ketch or Jewel? Do you want me to?
No, I can call him. I got it. You go sleep. I like multitasking. It's fine. Go.
There's no such thing as multitasking.
Yeah. You want to bet?
All right.
I'm just kidding. Go to sleep. Good night.
I hang up.
All right. Then we are going to move the clock forward and fade out and fade back into the sound of an alarm clock. It says, "Good morning, Night City. Today's going to be a warm 89. I don't know. Is 89 warm in Fahrenheit?
That's it. Yeah, that's extremely
pretty hot.
It's nice. That's a nice
wave.
warm.
That's like, okay, I should be in the shade at least.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense.
72 is like a nice crisp
72 is kind of cold. Is there a breeze? Because then it feels like a 68.
This is the entire rest of the session.
Debating what's a good temp.
Based on
89.
where Night City is supposed to be, it's like a balmy 75.
Yeah, I would actually.
I mean, we have summers of 89 up here in Canada.
And they're awful.
I like them.
They're only bad when there's humidity.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh God, humidity.
But that said, yeah, we'll say it's a balmy 75 degrees. We might experience some toxic rain later this afternoon, so make sure you have your umbrellas at the ready. In other news, the investigation into the murder of Mikhail Popov, the CFO of Zhirafa, is still underway. The suspected terrorists might still be out there in Night City if they haven't escaped the area. Still, NCPD has been found incapable of doing their jobs. More on that at 11. And then there's like a little music and whatever.
Toxic
And-
rain. Or toxic rain, toxic rain. Alternatively, yeah.
And we pan back the camera to see Jewel waking up in her apartment.
I will immediately like slam on the alarm to turn it off. Like the more at 11 or whatever, I just like turn it off. Like I don't even want to hear the news this morning. It's the same old, same old. And Jewel will kind of slowly get up today. She's kind of dragging her feet more than she normally would to get into work this morning. I'm going to keep that briefcase here. Yeah, I'm not going to bring it with me to work.
Okay, so you leave it in your apartment?
Yeah.
Okay.
In a safe location.
Do you try to hide it?
Yes.
Can you just make a conceal reveal object check? Just so I know, if someone was to walk in your apartment.
Conceal reveal. Let's see if we can find that on the list here.
Top left column.
Aha.
Ooh, 10. All right.
10.
So you make your way to the Biotechnica campus this morning, dragging your feet, as you said. When you go in, you have the regular, comings and goings of some of the employees. Mr. Cook is not there yet. Apparently, he's taking some personal time this morning.
Convenient. Okay. I'm going to meet up with Jax, my bodyguard. And actually, before I do that, I think what I want to do is I'm going to try to make this as subtle and casual as possible, as if, I'm kind of going to perhaps a different department than when I normally like work. And I want to see if I can kind of scout out the area of where I might be able to access this password to get into the briefcase that was given to me. I think I was aware of a location or where I could maybe get more information on it at work. So I want to see if I can kind of just like casually like walk by, see who's around, scout out the area, do some recon.
You enter the IT department and sort of look left and right. You hear the clickety of so many keyboards. From time to time, the sound of a printer goes off. But as you crane your neck to see like who's there and who's not, you realize most everyone is hidden in their cubicles. No one's looking up, even though, they just heard the door open. Technically, they're automatic doors, so they don't make a whole lot of noise.
Mm-hmm.
There's this one person that you see walking back from probably their like coffee machine or something. He has a mug in his hand, just looks at you, says, you lost?
Morning. No, I'm just here to pick up a few things for upstairs at R&D. We had a bit of an error with some of our I don't want to say laptops. I don't know if we would use laptops at Biotechnica or whatever our equivalent in Cyberpunk world is.
They would still be computers.
Okay, we had a few computer issues upstairs, so I'm just picking up some supplies.
Oh, all right. He points back over his shoulder, doesn't say anything, just keeps going to his desk.
And okay, she will just kind of very casually just continue to walk on by.
Yeah. So the way this department is arranged, think of it like an L,
Okay.
basically. The small part of the L has meeting rooms and closed offices. The other longer part of the L is like your all of your cubicles. Like it's just a forest of people working. And none of them look up from their computers when you're passing by. In fact, many of them don't seem to be working very hard.
Interesting. Um, do I know where I would be able to access this password? Would I be able to get it at like a certain station, or would I be able to at like what would I know would be the best option?
So you know that whenever you have a password issue, often you'll ring up IT and they'll reset it for you. They might ask you like a few personal questions to go through. So you get the feeling that any computer left here has the accesses for passwords. Now, if you want to ask someone or try to find an empty cubicle to hide in, that is up to you.
I'm gonna try to just find an empty cubicle, and just like sit down and try to access it.
All right. There are a few of them. Some that you pass by, they're empty of both people and office furniture, so they're just completely empty desks. But you end up finding one, like it's almost at the back of the office. So in a semi-secluded corner, there are two people next to you, but no one. I mean, the cubicle in front, the cubicle in back, but no one to your immediate side. So that if you look into the hallway, basically, like no one can see you if they just turn around.
Okay. Perfect. I'm going to head to that location. And again, like for the people that I do walk by, I'm going to just walk quietly, but also as if like I belong here, and just try not to raise any suspicion.
Well, I mean, the fact that your ID card allowed you in, they're not going to.
Okay.
Good. And we are in 2045, so the sight of a woman in an IT department is no longer rare. Though you do still get the occasional glance from a few of the people that work there.
Okay. I'm gonna head to that station and like just immediately get into the cubicle and just like keep my head down so that I'm not visible at all to any of the other neighbors, and try to get on this computer.
All right. You flip open the laptop, and I'll use a corruption bar for that.
No.
The laptop is unlocked. See, I'm not always mean.
I'm suspicious of this. Like,
we're like
it's unlocked.
Oh, poor little. We're so traumatized.
Yes, we really are.
I still have like 3 more corruption bars
You
that were
do.
given today, so that was a remnant of the last time.
I like get my hands ready, like I'm like about to be like proxy, like net runner, get my hands ready for the laptop to go in, and then it's just like unlocked, and I'm just like, oh well, today's my lucky day. And I get in.
It loads all of the like previous softwares that were up when the person closed the laptop. So you have like web browsers with 500 different tabs. You have like monitoring systems on various like local networks to Biotechnica and some of the hardware that is connected to the net and all of that. Some you have no idea what they are. They're probably code names for whatever project someone's working on. A few others you've heard about, such as they call it Yggdrasil. which is the giant server that houses, most of employee data and everything. Biotechnica's symbol being, the tree, so that, blah, blah, blah. That said, they did leave, there's an icon straight on the desktop for password resets.
Cool.
When you open it, it's a simple software. You enter the name of the machine, you click a button, it resets all of the authorizations. Except you don't know what the briefcase is named.
I see. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this laptop and just steal it. Because I don't know. Jewel isn't very tech savvy. So she looks at this and she's worried that if she does too many attempts for things that it might set off some alarms. Not that stealing a laptop probably also will, but she's gonna take the laptop and just close it and bring it with her.
Yes.
All right. Let me just note down stealing company property.
Oh
This
my
is that
God.
moment when you're watching your favorite anime and the character does something unexpected and you're like,
You just
yes!
don't do it, or sometimes when you're watching, you're like, no, don't do that. Bad idea.
Meta and I had the same exact reaction at the same time. It was wonderful.
You shut the laptop down, or you close it, actually, unplug it from its ports and pick it up, look left and right. No one is bothered looking.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to casually walk out again, like I'm supposed to be here, and then I'm gonna make my way back up to my floor and head to my desk, and sit and think for a moment on my next steps as I realize I did this.
Before you get to your office, you walk into the elevator, press the button to go up, and you hear a familiar voice that says, "Oh, hold up, hold up." Do you hold the door? As you see Mr. Cook walk briskly in your direction.
For him, I will.
All right. You hold the door up. He comes in, a little exhausted. Thank you, Jewel.
Mr. Cook. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. How goes the efforts?
Oh, we're making progress. Good progress, I like to think. I think that within a day or two, we will have some new hire forms that we'll need to be filling out for our new employee.
Good. I'll get my lucky pen out.
Oh, good. How have things been here? How's stuff going on in at HQ? Everything all good?
Very quiet. Business as usual. We haven't gotten to anything interesting at the moment. We're trying to get, well, without boring you with all the details, but we're trying to approach City Council with a project for a synthetic parks in town that would greatly improve the looks of the hot zone, and them not being actual organic plants, they wouldn't be affected by radiation. So we could probably make it a bit livelier.
That's what I love about this company. We are always looking to progress forward and come up with solutions for the problems in Night City. So I'm really looking forward to that.
We are nothing if not giving back to the community.
As always.
Speaking of giving back, Did you have a problem with your laptop?
Oh, yeah, I I locked myself out. I they make you reset your password like every 30 days for security reasons, and it's really annoying, and I just forget. Like sometimes I just put, the number 12345 at the end of the same password over and over again, but I guess I didn't do that this time. And I just, I forgot my password. So I went down to IT. They just issued me a new one. So
Oh.
cool. I guess I got a new laptop.
Well, next time, if you want, if you allow yourself to be put into the employee database properly with, your biometrics, you wouldn't have that issue anymore.
Yeah, I should really look into that. Being that we work at Biotechnica, that's something I probably should do at some point. So I'll look into that. Thanks, boss.
It's only $100 to
Oh.
have all of that, and I promise we do not, compared to what other people have said, we do not track our employees using their DNA.
Oh, of course not. I have no concerns with privacy and data. Any of that. I fully trust that everything would be fine. And Jewel just like smiling like this whole time because like
and then it's just uncomfortable silence.
Yep, for the rest of the ride. Yeah. Well, I better get back to work. I might be doing a little more field work this week, as you know. I'll be out on the field. So good to see you again, boss.
Good to see you too, Jewel. After you.
Thank you. Oh, so she's gonna walk and like scurry to her desk and just kind of like sit there for a moment. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this laptop to Proxy and see if she can help me.
All right. So you stay at your desk for a few hours just to make it seem like you're doing something, working or whatnot. And then, when lunch break hits, take the laptop and leave with it. That would bring us to Ketch. Because I don't think Ketch wakes up at 7 in the morning.
I was hoping to avoid whatever nonsense you're going to put me through, but here we are.
You actually get a phone call this morning. You are woken up by a phone call.
Yeah, this is Ketch speaking.
Hey, Ketch, brother. So the thing you spoke to me about last night.
Yeah, I know. Yep.
I got in touch with someone who'd be very interested in what you have to say.
Well, just there's a lot of going on with the world. There's something about acid rain, I think. What is this regarding?
A group of gangers
Uh-huh.
that ruined a community or something like that.
Uh-huh. Is a specific community or?
I don't know. You said you called me.
Yeah, I know. I call a lot of people, so I'm just trying to make sure which one this one was.
Maelstrom, I believe.
Oh no, yeah, okay, yeah, and then with and then the community came in, and then there was the apartment thing. Yeah, okay, we're on the same page. Go ahead.
Are you all right, Ketch?
Yeah, no, I was just, it's a lot of managing a lot of things all at once right now, and so sometimes the wires get crossed, and busy day, doing the whole thing.
All right. Well, if you can take some time, I would set up the appointment. He's very busy. He has a few things to do today. But there's a private, like semi-private garden. It's on the rooftop of Club Atlantis.
Okay.
Can you get there this morning?
What time is it? He's gonna look around and try to see what time it is.
It is currently 10:30.
Yeah. This morning, that gives me an hour and a half to be an hour and 29 minutes. Yeah. When does he want to have a meeting?
In less than an hour and a half.
Okay. What are we looking at?
Well, he wants to have a chat with you. Says he's very interested in the story you had to tell, and it felt like to him, because honestly, I just paraphrased everything.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
to him, it felt like you had more to say, and
Okay. Yeah.
I think
No.
he
Yeah.
piqued
I
his
have.
curiosity.
You know, if I have anything, it's more to say. So yeah, I can make that happen. I can probably get down there. You said Club Atlantic, Garden Rooftop. Hold on, let me write this down. And he starts like scrolling through his mental agent, and he's like tracking notes. And then it's a rooftop garden. Rooftop garden. That's fancy. What's this guy's name?
Lucius Rhine.
Huh. I should wear a suit. I should get a suit. All right, so less than an hour and 29 minutes at the rooftop garden of the Atlantic thing. Okay, yeah, great. No, I appreciate you doing the legwork on this one, and then I'll do the mouth. No one says that. I'll do the rest. I'll figure the rest out.
Yeah,
Thanks,
no one
man.
says do the mouth work. There is no way you can say that doesn't sound sexual.
Welcome to my life, Simon.
So it says, all right, we'll see you in let's say 45 minutes. Give you time to shower.
Yeah, that'll be great. I can do that. Yeah, 45 minutes. Atlantic Club rooftop garden. Got it.
Don't be late.
I'll see you later, man.
He hangs up.
What the fuck? See you later, man? What the Who calls me in the morning? It's 10:30. Respectable hours are noon at the latest. Anyway, I need a suit. And he pulls out one of the burner phones that he has and like beep boop beep boop beep, and he makes a call. I'm a. Yep. No. Okay. It's a quick thing. I'm a 36 regular, and the top is a large. Okay. It's a 42 medium. Got it. Great. Perfect. Boop. And then he gets up and he crawls out of his pod and then begins to walk towards one of the communal showers because he lives in a pod hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see a steamy shower montage where the anime steam just covers all the important parts.
Yeah, it's just that the walls are browned with blood splatter.
That's a detail we didn't need, Simon. I think we could have just...
Welcome to the dark future.
Yeah. And because it's perfect timing, someone appears in the bathroom as Ketch gets out of whatever the stall looks like with a suit. He's like, aces, and then he gets his suit on, and calls for whatever makes for Uber in Night City because he doesn't have a car. He just walks places or has people meet him.
Yeah. No, it would be the same as an Uber, probably not called Uber, but whatever.
Yeah. Or definitely called Uber, in the conglomerate run super future.
Yeah. So you make your way to Club Atlantis. It's not that far. If you had to look at the map on Roll20, it's number 5. So it's like dab smack in the center of town. It is probably one of the closest building to the hot zone. You have, and you will notice when you go all the way up to the garden, that this is a nice like Zen garden type of thing. Except that it gives onto the utterly destroyed part of the city. It is so strange to be in an area of grass, green, a little fountain with a pond, koi fish in there, and then you turn around and like you see rusty metal beam just detach and fall down from a skyscraper.
And then someone turns the music up to
Basically.
avoid the noise. Oh, affluence.
just so you know, the song is I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire.
Perfect.
Uh,
I don't want to set the world
because it makes
on
all the
fire.
sense.
Yep, I'm here for it.
There are 2 people on the rooftop. One right next to the elevator that brought you there. So as you exit, there's this person, giant individual in a suit. She puts an arm out. She like mom arms you as you try to get out of the elevator, and just turns to you and says, "Weapons, show them."
Oh, I don't have any.
You don't have any.
No. So,
Shit.
was I supposed to?
Well, you're either dumb or naive.
Usually I don't get into situations that require me to have weapons.
Well, good. He's unarmed, Mr. Rhine. And
Was I supposed to bring what?
No, you weren't.
Okay, great.
She moves her arm out, and yeah, when you get a full view of her, she's dressed similarly in a 3-piece suit, but the jacket that she's wearing is clearly armored. Like, it's not just a light armor jack. Like, this is a body armor that was custom made to look like a suit. On her belt, she has a very heavy, massive pistol. And her knuckles, like each one of her knuckle, is covered in this golden, like, metal plate, which you would know these are implants called the big knucks.
Oh. Okay.
Basically, she can punch concrete with it.
See, she doesn't need weapons either.
Any person can punch concrete, but
Yeah, at least a few times. At least a few
She can
times.
punch concrete without hurting herself and with results.
yeah, there
Okay.
you go.
Okay.
And
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, no, go ahead.
While walking over towards Lucius, you see Ketch's eye kind of glance a few times up to the top right, and the camera, so to speak, would see through Ketch's eyes for a second as he's scrolling through menus in his agent, and you see a few check marks go ba-bing, ba-bing, and he activates his bug detector, which beeps internally when he is within 2 yards of any kinds of taps, bugs, or listening devices. And then he glances over at Lucius again, and you see another check mark activate. And you see like a small box that says Lucius's name, and it's like a line going. And then anytime he makes a noise, the line moves, and he activates his voice stress analyzer. And then he walks over to sit in front of Lucius. So we have a meeting scheduled?
Aye, straight to business. Please, don't need to be so formal.
Oh.
And Lucius, this heavy-set black man with slick back black hair, and freshly shaven, wearing a gray suit over a white shirt and a like light yellow tie. He is unarmed. He's just wearing, normal attire. If it wasn't for the fact that, almost everyone has implants, you don't see any of them on him. Like, he could pass for someone that lived, 40 years ago. He extends a hand to you. It's Lucius Rhine. Nice to meet you.
Ketch takes it. Contrary to what Ketch looked like a couple days ago, it looks like whoever went shopping for him went to Corpo Mart and just picked the Exec 1 line. So he is like stock standard Corpo Ken doll, the most basic of suit. Black suit, white tie, or white shirt, black tie, stock issue, nothing fancy about it, and he's very uncomfortable in it. He takes his hand and he says, "Lucky catch."
Lucky catch. I like that name.
Me too. That's why I picked it out.
Yeah. He sits back into his bench. Yes, so we don't have a whole lot of time. I wanted to meet you following the call that
Yeah.
one of our
Mm.
common friend,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
acquaintance, sent me. You, Mr. Ketch, consider yourself outside of the law, do you not?
I consider the law more of like a set of guidelines or like suggestions.
I have to agree with you on that. We are like-minded.
Right.
The laws of Night City are poorly designed. They're made to benefit only a very, very few privileged people.
Ketch glances to the crater and back up. Yeah, no, same.
I'm not gonna mince word, Mr. Ketch. I am looking to rebuild the city. and
I've
rebuild it properly.
I've heard that.
And you notice in your voice stress analyzer that he's a little bit nervous. But there is also an undertone of enthusiasm as he talks about rebuilding the city.
So, I'm judging by your calm demeanor in this meeting here. You think that in some way I can help you in the rebuilding of Night City.
You did stick your neck out for a small community of people that you barely knew. Or did you? That's where my details are a little fuzzy.
On the record? No. Off the record, I was instrumental in the downfall of the Maelstrom situation. You could say it couldn't have happened without me.
Pillar of the community. I like that.
Hey, your words, not mine.
How would you like to have steady employment, Mr. Ketch?
That's assuming that my employment isn't already steady, Mr. Lucius. It's a tough job working in the industry in which I work in, but you know, I do get by.
Oh, I am sure that you do. I've interviewed many edge runners, as you call yourselves.
Well, I don't know.
It's
I
a
wouldn't.
gig
I wouldn't
economy.
You know, you're not wrong. You know, we kind of go from one gig to the next. I don't consider myself an edge runner, so to say. More like the go-between that goes between the edge runners, you know. That's why I don't have a weapon. I kind of keep myself to, you know, if I had an office, that's where I would work out of, you know.
But you still work on the edge of the law. That gray area between what is good and what is legal.
Yeah, you know, the edge in between the sentences, you know.
Listen,
I'm all ears.
I know you weren't alone for the Maelstrom crisis, or case, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
You probably have friends.
I consider them the best of friends.
I might have some work for you and your friends if you are so interested.
That is my line of work, is finding more work for my friends.
Then my request might be a little strange, because I do not have something specific to give you.
All right, well, you know, I've heard some strange things in the past couple years, so, you know, shoot me straight, Lucius.
All right, come with me. He gets up
Walking trip, okay.
from the bench.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he just walks to the edge of the balcony to the park.
Now, you see, you seem like an upstanding gentleman. You're rebuilding the city, but I'm a cautious fella, as you can see, the lack of weapons here. I gotta ask, Lucius, are you trying to lure me to my death here?
Mr. Ketch, I have no intention of killing you. Neither today nor tomorrow.
He turns around and looks at the lady at the. Okay. All right.
That's for my protection.
I'm honored. And he walks up to the edge of the building.
And you notice in your voice stress analyzer that he is not lying, is not hiding anything.
Yeah.
He motions to basically the destruction of the hot zone.
Mm-hmm.
And says, tell me, Ketch, what do you see?
He looks up and down at Lucius and then looks back over. I see opportunity.
You're the first to say that. Promising.
You know, some people might see a crater or devastation or nuclear waste. I see a land of plenty. When a volcano erupts, yeah, sure, it's destructive, but the land afterwards is incredibly fertile, right? Same.
I see you know a few things about the natural world.
I know a few things about a few things.
And then he turns and just motions to, it's a bit farther away, but he basically motions to like the western part of town,
Mm-hmm.
where, you know, the remaining headquarters of many of the big corporations are still located. And he says, tell me, what do you see there?
You hit me with the hard questions, Lucius. You know, I see unlearned lessons. I see things that people only think have changed, but really haven't changed, and another opportunity for something like this to happen again.
He smiles and nods deeply a few times and says, Mr. Ketch, we are of a like mind.
Wink.
These towers, these structures, they are the corrupted roots from which Night City sprung. They are everything that is wrong with this city. For far too long, Night City has been prisoner. Bent to the will of the megacorporations. It is my belief that it should not be the case. Night City is not a city of corporation. It is a city of people. These corporations are nothing if their employees decide not to show up one day. But in order for them to realize that they serve us and not us them, we need to find means to bring them down without resorting, and he points back to the hot zone, without resorting to this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I believe, like you said, that there is a lot of potential.
You need a surgeon's precision.
I need someone who's not afraid to go in deep.
I happen to know at least 2 people that fit that bill.
Here's my gig for you. I want to pay you a retainer's fee. And I would like you, in exchange, to find anything and everything that you can get your hands or ears on that could help expose these corporations for what they are and what they've done to the city.
Mm-hmm.
So that we can be free of their grip.
Mm.
And finally, and he looks he looks north to the destruction, but you can see in his eyes he's clearly looking past that to the Watson development on the other
Mhm.
side of the river, basically the district he fought for to get built. And he says, so that at long last we can actually rebuild and regrow.
Mr. Lucius, moral agreements aside, as you said earlier, straight to business, I'd like to discuss this retainer. I have a team already worked out. Perfect group for this. But it's myself and 3 additional mouths to feed. So, morals, as amazing as they are, and as much as we are of the same agreement, don't in fact pay the rent. Or keep us eating something better than kibbles.
Oh. God, I remember my days of eating kibbles. No one should have to do that.
I agree. Yeah, those were the days.
He like leans over to you, sort of out of earshot of his bodyguard. How about you introduce me to your team? If they look capable, I'm willing to go above and beyond to make sure that you do not have to eat kibble.
See, that's the trick, is we're going to need some anonymity here. Some of them might be high profile. Some of them might be high profile. So we'd need to have some kind of non-disclosed location where they couldn't be seen entering, possibly together, possibly in your presence kind of situation here.
Oh,
So if you can set that up and off grid, I'd want you to feel safe, Lucius. You pick the location, but it's gotta be off the record.
I have just the place. And your voice stress analyzers peaks.
A man of resources.
He is excited. Apparently, all edge runners meet in a bar called the Afterlife.
I am familiar.
It's a place where, I've been told, no one asks questions. No one looks twice at who enters or who leaves. And, well, with a bit of work, I can probably look like one of you.
Ketch blinks a couple times, pretending to not be moderately insulted. Well, I mean, a man of resources such as yours, you could look like anyone in the city. So, you got the place. Just let me know the time.
He looks up, and you see his pupils begin to glow as his eyes dart left and right, probably looking through his Chiron overlay. And he says, how about 2 a.m. tonight?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then it's settled. I will go through my closet and try to find the clothes I wore during my rebellious youth.
Is there we should probably set up some kind of code word. If you don't look like yourself, blending in, we might mistake you for just any other client at Afterlife. So is there some kind of word that you prefer, a name you want to go by, anything like that? We could ask at the bar.
I can use my old handle, I guess.
Oh.
Ask for someone by the name of Dieudonné.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. What a handle.
It means given by God. I was a little bit of a... Well, let's say I thought a lot of myself back then. Wisdom came from the years after.
Sure. Yeah, no, I understand. I understand. You know, I go by Lucky Catch for a reason. So, you know, we all pick them. Well, then. I don't want to take up too much of your day, Lucius. You have a lot of planning ahead of you, a lot of outfits to pick, and I have to round up my team and also pick outfits. So,
You do that. I will see you again
2 a.m.
tonight. Yes.
And he, like, puts his hand out for an awkward handshake.
He clasps your hand and shakes it and says, "You're gonna go far, Mr. Ketch. You and your team. You're gonna go far."
That's the plan. It's a pleasure doing business with you. And he, like, quickly, to look important, like, turns and just, like, that's how he leaves the conversation and heads back towards this terrifying metal lady.
The bodyguard, the woman bodyguard, looks at you, presses on the elevator button to call it for you.
Thank you.
He's a good man, is he not?
Yeah, he seems like a great guy.
He is.
Glad he didn't throw me off the building. Would have made for a shitty day.
Mr. Rhine's a pacifist. He would have me throw you off the building.
That's what yeah, okay, well, I'm glad that didn't happen either.
You go in the elevator and leave, and we're gonna just skip over to Magnus for a moment. Remember, Mr. Parker is still in your truck.
Mm-hmm.
And
underneath stacks of crates of salvage.
He tried to, occupy as little room as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Did you... Oh yeah, because you sleep in your car, so I guess you have like a mattress or something for him.
Yes. I would have kept the operating table. Used to be for taco prep. Now is for operating. For him to rest on. And I think did he become conscious the moment that because I pulled him out of the cryo pump and then did the operation.
Yeah.
So he's walking up and about, right?
He's in a rough shape. I mean, he just got back from a heart attack.
Yeah.
So he's lightheaded,
Okay.
a little bit confused,
Mhm.
but he's by the next morning he's already somewhat cognizant.
Okay. Am I either in the time of that night that just passed or this morning, do I have what I need to put him under and give him his pacemaker, put it back in him?
Yes, you do. Anesthetics are fairly easy to get by.
Okay.
Especially on the street.
Yep.
So yeah, so long as you're a doctor and you know how to administer them, there's no problem. It's just, the regular layperson, they don't. Hence why, overdoses and deaths.
Yep.
But in your case, you can easily dose it properly. It's sort of part of your, in this case, would be a cybertech check that you would need to install his stuff. And the installation DC depends on the implant itself. So you're looking at putting stuff into people.
I'm an expert at that.
His things require actually a clinic
Oh.
And,
My
well,
taco truck doesn't count as a clinic?
yes. It means, so if it requires a clinic or a hospital, for example. Sorry. Um, it means that you have to have tools for it. Your taco truck is basically like a moving clinic.
Cool.
So
Yeah, and I
there's-
do have a med tech bag and different supplies, air hypo, etc. And the
I
cryo
just-
pump if I need it.
That's what I'm looking for. Okay, Cybertech.
Cybertech.
That's item repair. It would be a DC-17 to install it into him.
Okay. I'm gonna spend 3 points of luck right off the bat. So here we go. +3 to whatever this is. Oh, just one
Do you
short.
have one more luck point to spend, or
Yes.
you're out?
I will go ahead and do it.
Okay.
I have one left, but I spend one more to reach 17.
Okay. So with a 17, it takes, about an hour to get it installed and everything. It's not very long, given that his body had already been, not going to say rearranged, but the places on
Yeah.
his heart where they're supposed to be connected and everything, like the connectors are still there. You can see them. So it's just a matter of, opening him up, inserting it in, plugging it, making sure that the pacemaker is working, and then stitching him back up. And about after an hour of work, you have his pacemaker installed, and almost immediately, once you turn it on, his heart rate begins to shift and then become regular.
Nice.
It works fairly fast.
What good technology.
Yeah.
All right.
At least.
Now, this obviously, though, does not solve the problem that he's missing an arm and a leg and other somewhat vital organs. So at some point, that will be, he was able to have a meal earlier, and the heart attack is what put him out. So we'll just wait to see what the next thing is. Be like, oh, it's the kidneys this time. Okay, here we go. Let's do that procedure. But yeah, after doing that, I take a break. Say he's going to need a lot of work, but I'm going to do it over time.
Okay, you don't want to try to install everything at once.
I could, but I'm what kind of check would that be? I certainly have everything I need searching through the crates, but
yes. The thing is, so the more that you install one shot, the harder it is going to be on his body.
Okay, so there is a reason to want to do it.
Yes.
Over time.
Yeah. That's where I was going with this. Is you could do it, but it would be a risk for him.
Okay.
Like there would be a shock to his system.
So in that case, like I said, I'll just leave it as it is then, with the pacemaker for now.
Okay.
And just let him rest, assuming that he's not going to be very talkative or running around at all.
Not really.
Okay.
It might take a few hours.
Okay.
Maybe by the end of the day, judging by the fact that it took him roughly 16 hours to get sort of back from a heart attack. Now that you've stabilized them properly, installed the implant, maybe another 12 to 16 for him to be at least able to talk and feed himself.
Okay. All right. Well, since this is catching Magnus at the beginning of this day, then I will start inventorying the. Oh, well, no, I'll call proxy
Oh, okay.
for us to, because she said she was going to help me inventory stuff.
Yes.
Sure thing. Is Proxy an early morning person?
She's a get as minimal sleep as she needs to function person. So.
Oh yeah, you're awake by
Yeah.
the time you get a call from
Oh yeah.
from the doctor.
Yeah. Hello. Go for proxy. Hello. Hello. Yes. Hello. Oh, sorry. What's up?
What's the origination? What's the etymology of that phrase? Go for proxy.
I honestly don't remember. I think I saw it or heard it somewhere and I just liked it and now it's just been a thing.
Well,
Is
anyway,
it weird? Should I not do that? Is it
no, I
weird?
mean it's just like I mean, we're kind of already talking to proxy.
Yeah, I know. It's great. It's fine. Maybe somebody like butt dialed me,
Yeah,
That used to be a thing.
I guess so. Anyway, I'm here on this street, 2077 Cyber Street.
Cool. I love that street. It's a super cool street, actually.
Yeah,
You got like
yeah.
really cool signs everywhere.
Yeah, kind of controversial things happened, but
Yeah, that's
you know,
fair.
it's a lot of streets in that city.
That's true. That's true. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually gonna like get my stuff together. Not that I have a lot of stuff, but get a couple things together and head on your way. And why don't we just hold on. Catch Bink and Jewel. Do I even have Jewel's info? Did Jewel and Proxy ever exchange contact info?
I don't think they actually did.
Yeah,
I-
she's like scrolling. She's like, ah, shoot.
I have her number.
Oh, cool. Can we just add everybody on? And Catch's phone goes off.
Would this have been
Agent.
during his meeting though,
Um,
or earlier?
we'll say for the sake of narrative, it is at the same time as Ketch finishes his meeting and Tracy leaves for her lunch break.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey!
Oh,
Group
hey.
chat. Group chat.
Oh,
Can he hear me too?
Yes.
yeah.
that
No.
what
Hey,
this
what's up,
works?
TD? How's it going?
Hello. Wait, is Jewel in on this too? Jewel.
Hello.
Oh, okay,
Hi.
I guess she
Hi.
is. Hello.
Hello. Hi everybody. We're having a group chat party on the Yep, we're gonna meet. We gotta meet. I'm sending location over now. We got some stuff to talk about. We're gonna do
Yep.
inventory. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have snacks. I
Secret
got the
Santa.
snacks. Yes.
Everything.
Oh, we're gonna do Secret Santa.
Well,
Great.
I mean, with some of the stuff we got,
Oh.
it's going to be kind of Secret Santa for the Willow Sisterhood,
Oh, true.
but we got to
Uh-huh.
go dump the stuff over at their place. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I have a gift to bring also.
Oh,
so
great.
cool.
it'll be a surprise when you guys, when I see you.
Mhm.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. This is fun. How long is inventory gonna take?
Well, if we're all doing
Well,
it, probably not very long.
That's what I was going to say.
Like the afternoon.
Okay,
We got somewhere to be?
yeah. We have a client.
Cool. We can
We
talk about
have
it
a-
while we're inventory.
We
We
have
have
a
to-
client. Wait, what do you mean by we have a client? Are we running a business together now?
Well, I run a business, and I have a client,
I have a
and
business.
you guys are the worker. I don't know how this analogy works. I'm a fixer. I'm doing the thing. We have a job. I have a client. We have a job.
You found a pond. It's
What?
We were talking about
Well,
a pond
yeah,
earlier,
well-
how you find ponds for us and then we do the fishing.
yeah. I'm the cook. 'Cause
Yeah,
I think
have
you
this-
cook
taco truck.
fish.
I think the city is the pond, and I find like whales or big fish.
You
and then
find the
you-
fish in the pond, and then
And then
proxy.
you show us where they are in the
Yeah.
pond
And
and
then
then we get them.
you get
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Well, in this what? Okay. In this situation, I have a whale.
Cool.
So
All right.
yeah. Jewel,
Yes.
do you have anything that might fit proxy?
What?
What exactly are you saying?
What do you mean? My wardrobe is just fine, thank you very much.
But okay, so here's the thing, though. It's kind of like a big, important client,
Rude.
and also we're going to Afterlife.
I don't work for anybody who doesn't accept me exactly how I am, so I don't know what your problem is.
We're going to Afterlife.
And so why would we even need anything fancy for that? That's just a club.
What is that again?
It's like if you were a doctor that worked in a hospital, this would be the hospital. It's where people that are us go for the best jobs. That didn't make sense. It's the pond. It's the big pond. It's the ocean. It's where all the most important fish are.
Still doesn't help, but all right.
Okay, well, it's like
I'll try not to arrive at anything that's covered in blood. How about that?
I don't think they would mind.
I feel like our client would mind.
Who's
the client?
What time? Who? Yeah. When?
Who? No, who is the client?
Lucius.
Oh, hey.
Lucius.
I kind of talked to him.
You know, the guy who built half the city?
Oh, the Watson guy.
Yeah, the Watson guy.
He's a good dude. I highly checkmark yes on working for someone like that.
I'm currently in his elevator, so.
Oh.
Is it nice?
Oh, that's weird timing.
It's
are you
really
going to see him now, or are you
No,
done?
I just left.
Is he next to you? Can you say hi to him for me?
No and no.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm in an elevator, leaving.
Oh.
I just got.
So wait, am I bringing nice clothes for proxy? Is that a thing, or should we just all show up? Okay,
we're not dressing me up like a doll. Stop it.
I didn't feel like a doll, but.
You know what? We can discuss more of the details in person. I think we all are very different looking style wise, and I think that's fine. It shows that we are, cool in different circles and things.
Jewel, are you gonna get in trouble for meeting up with us again?
Oh no.
Or are you gonna even tell anyone?
I told them that I just have some, external work to do, and they let me. So, it's really not that bad here. It's nice. So, it'll be fine. I'll be fine.
All right.
Cool.
What time? Catch.
2 a.m.
2 a.m.
That gives us plenty of time to inventory, go over the details, talk about a few other things that I got on my plate that kind of fell in during the whole Maelstrom thing. It's a whole, you guys have no idea. There's something going on.
Yeah.
I hope this is worth. What's the promise here?
A large retainer of money.
Okay.
Money's
good.
Like
liquid, cold, hard eddies, or
he used the phrase "never have to eat kibble again." So
okay.
All right.
Well, I rarely eat kibble as
okay, Jewel.
That's less about money and more like the whole thing.
Yeah. I'm in the spirit of giving things a chance. So.
Sure. Yeah. Just to put it all out there on the table, Jewel, he does kind of want to bring down the corporations as a whole. Where do you stand on that?
That's adorable. That, he... I'm still
Proxy is like, oh god.
I'm just saying, are you like a yay or a nay on that?
I decline to answer that right now.
Okay, as long as you're not a nay, that's fine. I think we can work with a neutral, as long as it's not no. If it's a no, then I have to fire you.
I think it's very ambitious, and I don't think it's actually possible, but I'm willing to hear.
Hey, as long as he keeps paying for us to do it, even if it's not possible,
Well, hey,
I feel like there's a lot of negativity in this conversation, so I'm dipping out. I'll see you guys at the taco truck, and we will convene. And she hangs up on her end.
Where are we Where are we meeting?
I'm parked here, invisible and everything.
You guys all get a digital message of the address.
Oh, Cyber Street. I know that place.
2077. Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right. And hey, Jewel, even if this thing that you're listening in on of, taking down the corporations and everything. If you highly disagree with it, then you can go back to your corpos and rat us all out, right?
That is true, and still an option. I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you
Oh,
all.
You're
that would
doing
be
work for them.
super uncool.
Well, if you give me a job that's super uncool, then I might have to do some super uncool things. But I'm sure it's fine. Again, it's that the whole thing seems laughable, but I'll hear the job out.
Something tells me I'm sure it's fine too.
Didn't think I would
All
ever
right,
have
see
to
you soon.
use
I hang
Felicity's
up.
number, but that's fine. Okay, bye. Bye, Jewel.
Bye.
Thought you might hang up first, but I guess not. Okay.
She already hung up.
And
Great.
as the group gathers on Cyber Street for their planning and everything, I know we started late, so I want to know what
Everyone?
do you want to keep going
Perfect.
a bit?
Yeah, go for it.
Good.
Okay,
Down.
so we'll do one more scene so that we can wrap this up neatly with a little bow. Before the group gathers, though, there is Proxy will get a call from one Lucius Rhine.
Go for proxy.
Miss Proxy, it is Lucius Rhine.
Oh, hey. Wow, you are just popping up everywhere today.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't recall having anything scheduled in the news, but I
Well,
hope people spoke well of me.
yes, they have.
So I reviewed what you sent me,
Mm-hmm.
the message. It seems like you and another person I met with very recently were probably at the same place at the same time. Does the name Lucky Catch remind you of anything?
Since I already know you're on that level, then yes, I will say he is one of my fixers.
Ah, well, that makes sense. Then I guess, to some extent, I can trust you as well.
As much as we can trust anybody until we have our own information to go on and judge by, of course.
Indeed. Then allow me to be brief, because I believe Mr. Ketch is also going to extend the same invitation. Would you like to meet in person tonight, 2 a.m. at the Afterlife?
Yes.
Good.
The team will be there.
Oh, the whole team. Oh, great. Good. Then we can discuss the Maelstrom and the Doc Savage Clinic issue in greater details.
I agree. And I also have some thoughts on a few other things that have caught my attention recently.
Then I guess we'll extend our meeting a bit longer, if you do not mind, and go in depth into these things.
Yes, I think that would probably be pretty prudent. Yep.
Great. Then I'm looking forward to tonight.
Same. I am not getting into a suit. I just want to put that out there. Ketch was talking about suits and just that's not a thing for me. So don't, be offended by that. But
I do not believe that the Afterlife is the type of place to walk in a suit, if my information is correct.
Yeah. Okay. I will make sure that is relayed. So urban where it is. Got it.
See you tonight then.
All right. Take care.
And he hangs up.
And she just keeps on going over to Cyber Street.
So let's pan over for our final scene tonight on
Yes.
Cyber Street. You approach the location, all three of you, that Magnus gave you. And as you do so, you notice that the parking lot that his van is located in is surrounded by gangers. Most of them look like college undergrads, drinking beer, talking loudly, having somewhat of a good time. When you approach the van, they immediately split off into two groups to try to flank you, and one of them speaks up. What's your business here? I'm
Oh,
afraid this
hey.
is piranha territory.
Yeah, we were invited. Magnus.
Not by he was about to like puff his chest and cross his arms, but he deflates at that mention. Well, you don't look wounded.
Nope. But you should see the other guy. That.
What other
Uh,
guy?
I don't get it.
I don't get
Oh.
it either.
Never mind. Don't they say that in the movies or something?
I don't know.
Well, he
I
walks
really
up
need to get better on my references.
He walks up to the van and bangs on it and shouts, "Doc!
Oh,
Doc, you have friends over."
I open the little part where you get your burrito out of. I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, come on in. I open the back doors.
Thanks, bud.
Not a lot of room, but yeah.
She like pats the guy that was there on the shoulder. Thanks, bud.
And Magnus calls out to the gang members and says, I appreciate you guys looking out. You all get going and get something to eat on me. I kind of pass out what remaining cash I have left. I hand Rick or Steve or any of the gang members 10 euro bucks. Rodney. And say, we want some alone time.
Georgie.
And if I need to, I even drive the van to a more secluded place.
Did we just clown cart in the taco truck? Did we all
Yep.
just like literally clown cart? Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
It's cramped. Very, very cramped.
So, hello, everyone. Welcome to my domain. Please be mindful of this cabinet that never closes. Don't even
Mhm.
try it.
I'm just gonna just hang out with this wall.
So, a few good
How's-
things. You could see right here. Here's Ken Parker. Nope,
I was
that's
about
not
to
a
say.
stack of crates. He's right back. Yep, there he is.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's
Sleeping.
he's gonna be good. He's sleeping right now. He's got a pacemaker in. What a difference that little piece of metal makes, man. But yeah, we have to get through these crates. So, were you gonna say something, Jewel?
Yeah, I actually, before we get into that, maybe we can look at one thing real quick. I did a little research into the briefcase that we found at the scene yesterday. Well, the thing is, I don't know how to get inside of it, but thankfully I have a work laptop from our IT department, and I just like pull out this
Proxy's
laptop.
eyes like light up, like the holy grail.
So the good news is it's unlocked, the laptop, so we have full access to it. The bad news is in order to reset the password on this thing, I need to get the identification or the name of this particular briefcase, which I honestly have no idea. I have no idea how to even locate that or figure out what it might be. And so that's my dilemma.
Seems
I
easy.
I was hoping you would say that. For maybe somebody like you, this might be an easy thing to figure out, but for me, who is just illiterate with these things, I could use some help.
Yeah, totally. No, it's gonna be easy. Everything's gonna go great. Just like last time.
I'm just hopefully, it doesn't set off any alarms that I've brought this. You know what? We'll see. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
What are the standard security protocols you guys have on your work machines exactly?
I mean, we have to change our passwords every 30 days or something. The standard. that's about all I know as far as the infrastructure of our network.
As a net runner, would Proxy know any other additional security protocols that specific corpos go through for their equipment?
Yes, they often have a what's the name? It's like a resident netrunner
Oh,
who
yeah.
basically monitors the whole infrastructure. Sometimes it's a team of netrunners because the infrastructure is too big. But yes, they come into the office when they start their shift. They plug into the net, and they only unplug at the end of the day. And they just watch and oversee anything that could happen within the infrastructure to make sure that no one tries to mess with it.
Mm-hmm.
From a
So-
use, oh yep.
No, go ahead.
Okay, from a user's perspective, this security often takes the place of passwords to get into a machine, ID cards that are often chipped with an RFID chip encrypted with whatever data they have to send a signal out, biometric scans, or even in some rare cases, employees actually live in the office. They never get out.
Mhm.
So because they have very limited contact with the outside world, those tend to have more like loosened restrictions.
Mm-hmm. So then would I have to get deep into the actual laptop security? So let's say scenario one would be open laptop, it's still unlocked, start typing away, but is it even connected to a network? Is it still connected to the Biotechnica network, or is it no longer because it's not local? Like what's all that?
As a netrunner, you would know it needs to be connected to a Biotechnica access point.
Okay.
Which means that it needs to be brought back to the Biotechnica campus, but it doesn't need to be, plugged back exactly where Jewel took it.
Right. Just has
So
to be on the
long as-
network.
Yeah, that's it. So long as you have access to the network, it's up and running. And then if it's unlocked, all you would need is the name of the machine, reset the name of the briefcase, or reset the thing, and you're done. So by the time anyone sees what you've done, because you're working from a client's side,
Yeah.
unless you try to do anything more, which would then require some proper net running, your chances of getting caught are more in the physical world than the digital one.
Okay.
It's more dangerous of you getting spotted using Biotechnica property if you're not an employee.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to hack into Biotechnica, then by all means, I will devise one hell of an architecture. Because you just don't go in the architecture of one of the major megacorporation in the world.
But what
like
if
that.
somebody just opens the door for you?
Someone offers a tour of Area 51.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, if the gates are open, you storm that place. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so she sees the laptop. Did you also bring? Did you also bring the briefcase? Okay.
Yes, I would have stopped and grabbed that as well.
Yeah. Okay.
The
in that case-
name. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I think that at that point, since she knows she needs to find a name, she just observe and figure out on the briefcase how to identify it.
Yep, there's a small serial number that's been engraved,
Okay.
near the back hinge of the briefcase. Like when you open it, just under one of the hinges.
Yep. Okay. So she takes that and puts it to memory, and it has the name of the briefcase now. Okay. So here's the thing. I can't change anything from where we are physically because we are no longer, communicating. It's like we're on the telephone, but nobody's on the other line because we're not in the Biotechnica area.
I was afraid you'd say that. So we have to go back there and
Yes.
okay. Well, that could be arranged. I guess it's just a matter of, you know, I could get us there. Maybe not all of us, but I could get you and I on campus. And then we take care of this and get out.
Do I have to like hide in your trunk, or can I just?
Actually, that might actually work now that I think about it. But no, I could actually potentially arrange to get you. I could pull some strings, maybe ask my employee Jax to get you a visitor's pass, and then
Hijack somebody's name and credentials. It's fine.
oh,
I
you're
mean,
right.
I could always drive.
I
the
should never
taco truck.
technically have been there. Basically, is what I'm saying.
You guys could hang out in the truck. I could pull on the side of the building, invisible. Would that be close enough, Proxy, or do you need to be like inside?
I mean, if I can get to an access point, then
You need to get to a physical access point.
any access point that's connected to the Biotechnica network.
But it's a physical like port.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's
Well,
like a
I mean, the
Wi-Fi
laptop.
access
Yeah,
point,
the laptop would just have to be able to hit the network, I guess. So
Okay.
if we're in range and we're still in the truck, that could also potentially work. But I don't know. I don't know much about the layout of Jules'
Yeah.
place there and what kind of
It might-
security to expect and
Ooh,
patrols.
I
and
have an idea.
Yes.
What if? I think this would be a perfect idea. Actually, we'll see. What if, Jewel, you tell them that that I have agreed to sit in and hear a proposal for a job to work at Biotechnica, and as such, I drive the taco truck right into the garage because that's my vehicle.
Where I'm
While-
hiding.
Where you're hiding.
Yes.
And while Jewel and I go for a nice meeting with the bosses, you're down there hacking into their system.
I like it. Magnus, I'm on board.
And then Catch just, is
He's got to
there.
watch my back because what if
Yeah.
I get on fire again?
Huh?
Oh yeah, that's important.
What?
I don't think Ken can put you out or that you'd want him to.
That could be arranged. The only issue I see is if we bring the taco truck on campus. They do have security that sometimes, they like to examine all of the stuff that enters in. They may look inside a little bit.
Tell them if you can arrange and say to them that, this taco truck is my baby, which it is, and I don't like random people touching it, that if they even want a
Be
meeting
like a
with me,
condition, yeah, of
yeah,
him
if
discussing.
they want a
it.
meeting with me, I make my own way there. I drive it in.
You drive it out.
It's, I don't leave it anywhere, which is true. It goes with me.
Yeah.
So
That's true. So what happens after this meeting when they try to offer you a job and you say no, unless you say yes?
She like elbows Magnus a little bit, like trying to pretend like she's arranging herself.
yeah, there's a lot of crates, huh? Mm.
So many crates.
Yeah, Jewel. I'll consider their offer. If it's a good offer, I might take it. If it's a bad offer, then I'll just hope that they don't steal me while I'm in their building.
Then it will be a rescue mission, and me and Catch
Yep.
are on it.
And you guys have
Right,
a cloaking
Kitch?
taco truck
What?
on your side, so
Contingencies.
and you have the piranhas. I mean,
That's
taking down Biotechnica might, if we were saying, hey, go after Arasaka or Militech, they'd be like, okay, no. But okay, that's like a last resort. I don't want to call on that, but
Yeah, the last thing that I
let's
need
just
is
plan
for
on
us to
leaving peacefully.
put a
Yeah, that is a
corpo
good
gang war. And yes, peaceful. You know what? I can assure you that there's no intentions of harming you upon this visit. Your safety is our top priority. So,
What's your top priority, Jewel?
Valid question.
Jewel pauses for a second and puts her hands together and takes a long inhale and exhale. Magnus, I haven't been completely honest with you about these things. I just have to spit it out. Listen, I, I've grown to like all of you a lot. I don't normally, again, hang out with people outside of my little bubble of Biotechnica, and it's nice to hang out with people outside of that. It really is. I might lose my job by the end of the week if I don't recruit you to join.
Him?
Yes.
That's the
Magnus.
specific condition.
Yes.
Hey, Magnus, trivia question for you. How do you think Biotechnica fires their employees?
Would they really,
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of
well, hey,
Bright side, guys, when TD doesn't take the job and then you get fired, then you can take the corpos down from the outside.
on this.
Proxy's saying that that Jules' sentence ends at fired. There's nothing after the period.
Yeah, but then she can come work with the
No. There is no
Might be.
then. There is no then after the firing. Is my point.
We don't know exactly what they do, but death is a possibility. Just to be very clear.
Well, I mean, death is always a possibility. But if you think about it this way, they threatened her with her job if she didn't get somebody. And what happens when both those people are not in on it anymore? I mean, no offense, Magnus, you're probably at that point a witness that needs to go bye-bye.
I think they'd honestly just, kind of enslave the both of us, to be honest.
If you're lucky.
Kind of.
Or rather, what would be better, death or enslavement? It really just depends.
For them, I think enslavement.
Well, I meant for you.
We're still useful. Oh, not for me. I don't want any part of this.
You want me to set something off? Just.
Well, here's another thing.
I'm just kidding. I'll get you off.
If they're holding your job on the line, which how did it get to that point, by the way? Why?
The whole thing with that first meeting that we all had together where we got pulled over and implicated in the murder of this guy. The company found out about that, and I could have lost my job there, really. This is like a last chance.
So it is kind of our fault. Now I kind of feel bad. Damn.
It's not having Ken speak out is really going to do much, because then we'll have to explain all of this.
A lot of things.
Yeah.
Too many things.
Well,
Okay. All right, guys, look, I've been giving this a lot of thought. And Magnus, what I need for you to do is take the job. Now, hear me out. If you take the job, you don't get murdered. And then Jewel also doesn't get murdered.
Yeah.
Both great perks. Also, I don't know if you've had to do it recently, but it's very difficult to replace two friends and also have them be friends that are also edge run employees things. And we have a contract that's about to happen tonight at 2 a.m. And it's really short notice for me to have to, I could do it, but they probably wouldn't be friends. And I couldn't trust how well they worked, especially with Proxy. She's got a snack problem. And so,
whoa, don't bring the snacks into this.
I'm saying for everyone's sake,
okay.
I think you have to
hack problem. No.
I think you have to take the job and be our man on the inside.
Shut up. I already said that before.
I actually think that's a good idea.
I zoned out.
I was going to say maybe instead you could use the suitcase as leverage, but then you're putting that card on the table. Whereas if you and I go in, well, I don't want to imply what your role in this is, but if we both go in, we act like we're there, and we still have a secret suitcase of information.
Secret suitcase of information is great. I like.
Plus, not counting chickens or in a basket or something. The suitcase could be the exact key we need to take down. The corpos. We don't know. It could be anything.
It could be anything, and I feel like Jewel has something to say. She's like, bouncing.
No, this is all kind of coming together. I was really concerned about telling you this. I could have just, I wasn't sure if this was a good idea, but I think this is coming along. This is either a really good idea or a really bad idea, and we could get ourselves in a lot of trouble. And
This is a fantastic idea.
So, Jewel, was that the answer to my question when I said what your priority is, and then you brought up this whole thing about how you're going to lose your job?
my
Is
priority is hiring you
but
and not losing my job.
I think she
Okay.
means staying alive is really the priority.
It
the
is
pin
Alright.
on that.
All about
priority
survival
that-
at this rate.
Yep.
Yeah.
okay. You've thought of, the next level of the hierarchy of needs at all?
Is there anything other than that, really?
Other than survival? I think so. There's tacos. There's, all sorts of
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, food, having a place to live,
Yeah,
What
that
about-
part's overrated.
shelter.
What about
you
Night
know-
City? Like, what change
Yeah,
do
fix
you
it.
do you want to bring to it? And
You
don't
know,
say any Biotechnica slogan.
Honestly, I the funny thing is when I joined Biotechnica, I actually did stand behind what they believed. I actually do want to bring more biodiversity to the city and add more life amongst all of the death that we've all had to deal with, and add trees and animals. I don't care if they're artificial and they're not real. I want life here again. And I don't know. I just want to actually bring some life to the city, whatever way that may be. Unfortunately, when you sign up to do that in a corporate environment, it doesn't exactly go the way you want it to, and things do become a lot more. When you have an idea, the company doesn't always let you do those things, and you just kind of become another peon, I guess. But I do want to actually bring change to the city. And I stand behind these values that even this Lucian guy might have, but
Lucius.
I don't know. Lucius.
Hmm.
But I don't know. It's a matter of getting the backing that you need and the support that you need to do it. So
All
that's where my priorities are.
Well,
So we have
Well,
a plan.
yeah.
You bring him in for
Right.
this proposal of a job while I do the thing I do with Catch watching my back because I don't want to be fired again in the bad way. And then after that, we go get some food and then we go
And we see
get
what's
our other job and see what that whole thing is about. And after that, I don't know, a few weeks, give or take, we fix the world. It's great.
And I have a question, TD. I don't know.
Oh, it's me. Yeah.
Yeah,
what? Sorry.
I don't know what the general counting skills are. There was like 10 plus 15-ish, just like children outside your van.
They're not kids. I mean, depends on your perspective, but
Sure,
legally
sure.
they're not children.
Right, but they
Most
were
of
just
them.
hovering.
That's one of the gangs I serve. I mean, the main gang. Those are the piranhas.
Why don't we have them do inventory?
Mostly because I didn't want them to take things.
Oh, all right, that's a great plan.
They, they work with me and they trust me, but they're still a gang of guys.
Yeah.
And I don't want this. We haven't looked through. I mean, we found like a spider drone in one crate, right?
Yeah.
And some heavy artillery and stuff. I mean, I wouldn't mind giving them some things, but part of the reason why I didn't want to have them go through it is they're going to be like,
Yeah.
oh, we don't get to keep any of this. So
Yeah.
that's why I told
That's a
them
good-
to go away.
That's
Yeah,
a
we
good
also
call.
need to do the drop off.
Oh, we do have a
which
lot on our to-do list.
We
right
really
now.
do.
Well, the drop off is 48 hours, so we got time for that.
We got like a day left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Almost
We got to
like
do
I
this
call-
inventory. What was that?
I heard an
It's
Okay.
almost like I
voice.
called the episode "Can't Catch a Break."
Okay, we got a lot to do. So I like this plan. I feel like we have a good vibe going right now with this whole plan. I'm on board. I'm always down to take a peek behind the hood as far as corpos go. So that's nice.
Yeah.
And okay, cool.
Hmm.
I'm good. I think
All right.
we're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, we got to start this
Inventory.
inventory stuff.
Right.
I love this kind of thing. This is
'cause
great.
Once this is done, I get Ken's parts. I'm gonna be back in surgery throughout the next couple days, but he needs time to rest.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I've been going through this catalog of data too, and there's just so much. There's so much. Although we're not giving that to anybody. That is ours. That is our information
All right.
until it's worth not having just for us, I think.
Well, let's get to work.
And yep, and that's right where we're gonna end tonight's episode.
Perfect.
Yay.
Hooray!
That was fun.
Another day avoiding
interesting.
actual responsibilities.
We had to make a
literal
lot of
checklist.
decisions today.
Yeah.
It's true.
We now have a checklist of things to do. So
That's true. That's true. All right, everybody. That was episode 5 of Cyberpunk Phoenix. This one was called Can't Catch a Break. And I was so tempted, Simon, to respell catch. Ketch. Yeah. I was like, you said the thing, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna rewrite that. Yeah, so that was this episode. We're gonna do our outductions, get the hell out of here, shoot the after show, which you guys can get over on our Patreon. Link for that down below. While you're down there, join us over on the Discord. So let's go around and do that whole thing. We'll start today with Miss Magitech herself. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet, and what are you up to?
hello, everybody. I am Tracy, also known as Miss Magitech, and you can find me everywhere as Miss Magitech. I stream sometimes on my own channel, so feel free to follow me there. I also play tabletop games all over the place right now. I play VTM, Pathfinder, D&D, and then Cyberpunk. So if you're into any of those, feel free to give me a follow and find out when I'm going live. Twitter is probably the best place to just keep up with me, so feel free to do that. And yeah, that's me.
Hell yeah. Right over to Zach. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet, and what are you up to?
I'm Zach Clay. I'm a guy that does things on the internet, like voice acting and playing in RPGs and streaming role-playing games. And that's about it. Name's Zach Clay. I also make remixes of RPG stuff, which is fun. I have a YouTube channel, also Zach Clay. And
Why have I not heard this?
I play this this thing
I've
behind me.
seen that happen.
Mhm. Yeah, it's very fun. Yeah, no, I have a fun habit of taking clips from role-playing game shows, and then making remixes out of them, kind of like Shmoyaho. If you've ever seen those videos,
Yeah.
I haven't.
yeah,
I'm lame.
I have to make more. But
Wow.
yes,
Okay.
I do all sorts of things. I'm a Zach of all trades.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Put that on a
Love
business
it,
card.
Love,
Yeah.
love it.
right?
I
That's
know.
amazing.
You just said put that on a business card. That literally is on my business card.
Yes. Perfect.
I can pull it out. It
I
says
Perfect.
Zach of all trades: voice acting, music, whatever else I do.
Love
Yeah.
that. That is a hard act to follow,
That's
but meta.
Oh no,
Who are you?
no, that you guys. No. Next.
Meta, who are you? Where can we find
I
you on
am
the
an
internet?
answer. This is where you can find me, and that's it. GTFO.
Perfect.
Get it.
Simon, last but not least, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? What are you up to?
Hi, I'm Simon. You can find me next Wednesday over here at 8 p.m. Eastern for some more Cyberpunk Phoenix. I'll be tomorrow behind the screen producing and showrunning another Cyberpunk show called Cyberpunk Out on a Limb. It is on the Sirenscape Twitch channel. So if you want more Cyberpunk, you can come check that out, or come to my channel, Wandering DM, on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern for, again, another game of Cyberpunk, because this is all I do in my life. On Saturday, we're over on Level Up TTV, the Level Up Dice channel, where we play Scion, a game of gods, sort of like a mix between Percy Jackson and American Gods. At 1 p.m. on Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm playing in a romantic fantasy game called Bromance of the Blue Rose over on Praxagora Thesmophoria's channel. And then back on Monday
is
on
again.
my channel, yep, for Rime of the Frost Maiden. You can also pre-order the game that I am writing at the moment called Vampire the Masquerade Chapters. It is up for pre-order at Mike, am I allowed to post links?
Maybe. Try it out and
Try.
find out. I don't run this channel.
Yeah, it works. So I posted the link in chat if you are
Hey.
interested. It is right between an RPG and a board game. It's basically a pre-made adventure for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. It uses slightly streamlined abilities, such as your disciplines max out at 3 instead of 5. Everything else is pretty much the same, and the game comes with miniatures, dice, and maps that you can reuse in your Vampire Chronicles, as well as serving as the official Montreal by Night campaign setting for the 5th edition of Vampire the Masquerade. Otherwise, it was announced last week, I believe. You will also be able to see my work in other Talsorian games. I am working on The Witcher, so stay tuned. I'm not allowed to talk too much about what's going to happen, but I am doing a lot of great things for a book called The Tome of Chaos.
Okay. Well, with that, like I said, we're going to get out of here and do our after show. If you guys want to see the behind the scenes exclusive after show, check it out on Patreon. And because my community yelled at me to start doing this, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, please feel free to come check us out Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern to watch us live. And that's it. We're out of here. So we'll see you guys next week. So from all of us to you, bye-bye.
Bye.